how much should one charge for your services?
Depends what service you're offering, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a nice starting point.
I mean, we could go on a complete rabbit hole with this because there's so many spin-off areas. But I think if we look at it from the viewpoint of what we would suggest somebody does, i.e., and I do feel like we'll do another episode on this particular bit I'm about to go into of the 4 phases of doing your business on purpose. Because phase 1 business, in our opinion, so anything up to 100k turnover, we believe you should focus on high ticket one-to-one.
Yep.
Easiest strategy, easiest thing to do. But we'll save that for another episode, the detail. But if you start thinking of that as, I don't know, like the example service that you're going to offer, so one-to-one dog training, whether that's behaviour or training, whichever. Start by figuring out how much do you actually need to take home each month?
I think this is a question people struggle with on its own, you know. People don't know. And it does amaze me how they don't know.
Ostriches.
Yeah. How do you not know how much you need every month? I don't know. I've never not known the answer to that question. Have you?
No, definitely not me.
I mean, yeah, because if you run a business, you kind of need to know that to be able to know what to bring in. Like, it just...
So when you were doing your scratting...
Yeah, Scratsville phase.
Would it have been a fair assessment to say that Gareth would have been the breadwinner?
Yes.
So at that time, and this may be going back to the early part of your career rather than toward middle or end, did you feel like you, I don't know, like you had to hit a certain figure?
Well, we've always split like monthly payments for things like that. So I had certain things that I would pay for. And so as long as I've got that covered and some money for me, because I never expected him to pay for sort of, he would generally pay for things like holidays and extra bits like that. But like me going out, for example, like I would want to cover that. So yeah, I knew what those figures were though, like simple.
Yeah. Because I do wonder if I suppose this comes down to how each of you live your own lives though, because the way you and Gareth operate finances confuses my brain. I don't understand it. All this separate stuff and then you have a little shared joint thing. I don't get it.
Yeah, it wasn't a conscious decision. It was just like, you sort the mortgage out, I'll sort all the rest of it out. We've just got separate accounts because we always did have, and then we have got a joint account. It's just for savings. Like, that's it.
Weird in my brain.
I don't know. You'd have to change all the direct debits, wouldn't you, to come out of yeah, it's just easier to leave it the way it is. It's not that we are precious about keeping everything separate. It's just...
I know, that's why I find it weird.
Yeah, okay.
Just odd.
But I've always known where I am with that. Like I've always, maybe it's to do with like record keeping, like how good or bad you are at keeping accounts and stuff. You know, I've always been pretty good at keeping those accounts and knowing exactly what's coming in and what's going out.
Yeah. Don't know.
Because some people we speak to, some of our clients are absolutely clueless about, well, the first time we ask them that question, they have no idea. And I'm like, how do you not have an idea? How do you not know?
Yeah, it's and again, and I think this is where it comes down to where my brain was going with that was maybe if you've got a partner that covers it, or again, maybe you just know that you've got a certain amount you need to contribute, but you don't know the detail behind it, then maybe that's where
But you still know that
there's
amount,
a lack of
though, wouldn't
awareness. Again, depending on the setup, if you've maybe got a breadwinner and you don't have to work, for example, it's a additional income.
Yeah,
then
maybe.
You may not need to know in the same way that if everything was on you, or if you really had to work together as a team and kind of, right, you have to bring in this and I have to bring in this, because without it,
things
we're
go
fucked.
to shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think absolutely a starting point for knowing how much to charge, you need to know those numbers.
Yeah, defo.
Because if your take home is, Okay, let's say you needed to bring home 2,000.
Mine was around that at the start. That's what I kind of wanted to hit every month was 2K.